Hello, my name is Keshwani. That's Keshwani, Keshwani. We are here because we want to learn to read and write Hindi. We are also here because we want to learn to read and write Urdu. We are doing both at the same time. And today is our lesson number 66. Let's begin, shall we? We'll begin with the vocabulary words, with the vocab word. Very simple word, very straightforward word. Even though the first word that we are about to do is very simple and very straightforward, it does not qualify as a vocab word, but we are going someplace with it. Just be patient. Here's the word. First we need go. So right there it introduces complication because this ga that you see there in Hindi is this ga in Urdu, ga. But in Urdu, so this is the exact equivalent. This is the exact equivalent of ga. But in Urdu, we also have another ga, which is gain. We have ain, which is an approximate and then we have gain, which is an approximate ga. That's what we need here. We need a gain. It looks like this. It's not exact, it's approximately ga. And to emphasize the fact that this is a gain, we put a dot underneath it to tell the reader that this is spelled with a gain, not a gaf. So that's the first complication here. Gain. When the gain is about to join something, when it appears in the word, it no longer takes this shape, it looks like this. Ga. To which we're going to join ra. We don't need a ra, we need a re. Badi ki matra. And then a ba. Garib. Very simple, as I said, very straightforward word. And again, garib, because the choti ye appears in the middle of the word, it's going to take this shape. And now we have to combine all of them here. And when you combine all of them together, it looks something like this. I'm not going to continue from here because if I try to continue there, it's going to look ugly. It has to be written in one flow, freehand. Voila. That says garib. That says garib. What does garib mean? I don't know why I'm writing it there because that's actually just a vocab word. That's not the word that we're going to actually use in the song. Garib. What does garib mean? You know what garib means. Garib means poor. As I said, this is a very simple word. This word does not qualify as a vocab word. However, if garib is adjective, the question now is, what's the noun of it? Do you know the noun of poor? If one is poor, one is said to suffer from poverty. That's the noun. The same exact concept applies in Urdu. What's the noun of garib? Everybody knows the word garib, but do you know what's the noun of garib? गरीब आदमी जो होता है उसको होती है क्या होती है? उसको होती है गुर्बत. He suffers from गुर्बत. Gu ra ba ta, gurbat. And that's the word we need here. We don't need garib. We never finish this thing garib. We don't need garib. We need gurbat. We have to erase all of this thing. Well, I'm going to leave that one here because I already wrote it here. Let's continue here. Gurbat. Gu ra ba ta, gurbat. गुर्बत ने ज़माने गुर्बत ने ज़माने की निगाहों. We have done this word before. If you like, I can slow down. No. We don't need a no, we need a ni. Choti ki matra. Ni. Then we have a ga. We don't need a ga, we need a ga. Ni ga. Ho. And a vowel makes a ho. But we don't need a ho. It does not. The word is not nigaho. It's nigahon. Nigahon has a nasalized N at the end. In Hindi, you simply put a dot on top of it. Now it reads Nigahon. In Urdu, we put something called Nun Gunna. It's same as Noon, it's same as the N, but one does not write the dot, one does not put a dot inside it. Nigahon. We have to put all of that together. It looks like this. Ni, ga, ho. Voila. One also does not say wala at the end of every Urdu word. Do you understand? गुर्बत ने ज़माने की निगाहों से सीन and बड़ी है से गिराया. Gaf. As you can see, this is a regular gaf. This is just a g. We need a gi. Gi, ra, ya. Giraya. Giraya means to fall down, but here it means a little bit more different. We have to join them together. Gi, ra, ya. गुर्बत ने ज़माने की निगाहों से गिराया. गुर्बत ने ज़माने की निगाहों से गिराया. निगाह means eyes or looks. Eyes are called nigahein. It can also mean to look at something. Gurbat means poverty. When the gurbati, not gurbati, sorry. When the poverty, not gurbati, poverty. When poverty struck me, when I was no longer a rich man like as I used to be, बुरे वक्त जब आए, we learned it yesterday, this line, बुरे वक्त जब आए, when the bad time came, I was no longer a rich man, I had lost all my wealth. At that time, गुर्बत ने ज़माने की निगाहों से गिराए. I had no longer had the esteem, the level, the significance in life in the eyes of the world. निगाहों के ज़माने की निगाहें, eyes of the world. There we go. ज़माने की निगाहें. ज़माना means the world. I no longer had the same status, same importance, same significance in the eyes of the world. Why? Because I was poor now. I was suffering from poverty. गुर्बत ने ज़माने की निगाहों से गिराए. Poverty lowered my status. Poverty, that's what it says. Poverty lowered my status in the eyes of the world. That's what it says. Let's do the next line. Poverty lowered my status in the eyes of the world. गुर्बत ने ज़माने की निगाहों से गिराया. Next word is a very tricky word. It's going to take some time. It's a vocab word. We have to be patient. So here's the word. First we need a da. That's very straightforward. Da. We don't need a da, we need a do. Not only we need a do, but we need a badi u ki matra. Badi u ki matra, as you know, requires a wow and a ulta pesh. So far it says do, just like that. Do. Then we have a pa. Pa. Do pa. Then we have a ta. And then we have another ta. What does it read? Well, it reads do patta. Do pat. This is together. Pa and a ta is together. Do patta. As you can see, this ta is repeated. Ta appears here and here. When it appears twice, we don't write them twice. In Hindi, you write it twice, but in Urdu, we do not write it twice. This part is going to remain the same. This is very straightforward. Do, and the pa and the ta is just going to join. Pa, ta. So far it says do pat. And then we do the ta. So the alif joins here, and you put a symbol on top of it. This, I think, is called tashdid, and that symbol looks like a W. That tells the reader that this letter is to be pronounced twice. First half of it along with the preceding letter, pat, and then by itself, patta, dupatta. In Hindi, listen very carefully. For example, let's do a simple one here. ba, and a ba, abba. Listen very carefully. Abba. In Hindi, ordinarily you will have a and then a ba. As you can see, when you write a ba, it looks like this. And then we have another ba. To tell the reader that it is not a ba ba, it's abba. To tell the reader that it is not a ba ba, it's abba. They use half a letter in Hindi. This line goes away, and this line goes away and joins abba. And you rewrite it. A, ba, ba, like that. So this line that we see saw there for ba, for the first one, it disappears. That line disappears. Problem with ta is that there is no such line in it that we can erase. So then how do we tell the reader that the first ta is half a ta? How do we tell the reader that this ta is to be pronounced along with the preceding letter? It is not per ta, it is not per ta, it's pat. It's pat, it's not per ta. Do pat ta. Because it doesn't have this line that we can erase. There are two ways they go about it in Hindi. One is to simply put a symbol underneath it like this. Like that. That symbol. That symbol tells the reader the first time this first ta that you see is a half a ta. This is improvisation because there is nothing to erase. There is no line to erase. Patta. Other way they do it in Hindi is like this. You put the two tas underneath each other. Like this. Do. And then you will put two tas together. Do. Pa. And the two ta's will appear underneath each other. Here is the first one. And then you will put the second one. Like this. First ta. And then another one. Like that. You can write it like this or you can write it like this. If you write it like this, you don't need to write the ta twice because that's what that is. It's two ta's together sitting on top of each other. And that also reached dupatta. Oh, sorry, it's misspelled. It has a choti u ki matra and it's a badi u ki matra. Dupatta. Let's put it together, shall we? In Urdu. Do patta. Very good. That's how it looks like. Let's erase all of this thing. Here's the next question. The next question is, how do we say dupatta in English? What's the English word for it? So a lot of the time people just say scarf, but the scarf is a scarf. A scarf has a different meaning, has a different nuance. A scarf can also be worn by a guy, for a man. How do you say is there an actual word in English language which means exclusively what we have in our languages, your language and mine, in Urdu and in Hindi, the word dupatta? The answer is yes. Dupatta in English is this word. Stole. Stole, not as in past tense of steal. I steal a car, I stole a car yesterday. Past tense of steal is also stole. But that's not what we're talking about here. It's not that word here. Stole, you have to figure out from the context, means dupatta. A corner of a stole, a corner of a stole, that's the word we need for this song. All of this thing was irrelevant. We have not studied anything yet here. The word we need is this. Not but not but in Urdu you write it like this. And then noon, and you put a symbol on top of it. That tells the reader that it is not an. This is not an. It is an. Cho, and a lo. Achal. What is achal? Well, we just talked about it. An achal is a corner of a stole, corner of a dupatta. Dupatte के कोने को कहते हैं आंचल. It can be the corner of a dupatta. It can also be corner of a sari. Lady is wearing a sari, the end part, the one she puts on her shoulder, that's also called aanchal, the corner of a sari. Aanchal. Aanchal. Corner of a stole. Let's put this together here. We know we don't need dupatta. Dupatta does not appear. The word dupatta does not appear in the song. We don't need it. We just learned the word dupatta for the hell of it. Let's write aanchal. Aanchal. Voila. I'm going to rewrite it now in a little bit of a babyish way. And then you lift your hand, cha and la. They both say the same thing, except here I didn't lift my hand. See, it goes like this. Cha, la. Aanchal. And also notice that the dot became sloppy. Most people are not going to take their time to put 3 distinct nice dots. No, nobody does that. It's going to be sloppy. Aanchal. Let's write aanchal again in Hindi. Aanchal. Aanchal. Mere. Me. में ऐसे एक ही मात्रा, छोटी एक ही मात्रा, and then r and again बड़ी है, मेरे. And the first one, because it appears in the middle, it's going to take this shape. मेरे. आंचल मेरे हाथों. हाँ, 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 हाँ. And then we need a th. How do we write th? That's a toe. So there is your th. We don't need a th, we need a toe. So far it says hatho. The word is not hatho, the word is hathon. Not hatho, hathon. Again, nasalize n at the end. We put a nun gunna to achieve that effect in Urdu, and in Hindi you will put a dot on it. Now it reads hathon, not hatho. Aanchal meri hathon se mohabbat. We have written many times, I'm going to explain it again. We have written this word many times. We wrote it just yesterday, mohabbat. But here's the word that we were talking about before. Mohabbat. Mohabbat. And there is a symbol again. Aanchal meri haathon se mohabbat ne. Then we need a cha. Cha is this. We don't need a cha, we need a chu. So here's a cha, to which we're going to join the ha, becomes a cha. We don't need a cha, we need a chu. Then we need a ra. Ra. There are still some letters that I have to keep looking up to remind myself how to write them. Ra is one of them. Chu, ra, ya. Churaya. I'm going to rewrite the Urdu word because I don't like it the way it is, because I kept stopping in the middle and now it looks very ugly. Chu, ra, ya. Voila. Much better. आंचल मेरे हाथों से मोहब्बत ने छुड़ाया. आंचल मेरे हाथों से मोहब्बत ने छुड़ाया. That's a very poetic way of saying that she left me. She took the corner of her stole from my hand, of her dupatta, and she walked away. गुर्बत ने ज़माने की निगाहों से गिराया. When the poverty struck me, it lowered my status in the eyes of the world, and she took her corner of her stole from my hand as I was holding it, and she walked away. आंचल मेरी हाथों से मोहब्बत ने छुड़ाया. मोहब्बत here is the female, the lady, the love. आंचल मेरे हाथों से मोहब्बत ने छुड़ाया. I'll see you tomorrow, okay? Bye now.